So you're probably saying, hopeful heart about relationships? That's what we're talking about today. Well, with a hopeful heart with relationships, first question I want to ask you is, how are your relationships with other people? Food for thought. When I think about different relationships that I have with other people, I like to think of them as being well. I like to think of them as being good. But sometimes we have broken relationships. It's a new year, y'all. It's 2025. A little twist with Talks with Shay, doing something a little different. But when I think about a hopeful heart dealing with relationships, my relationships are important to me. My relationship with God is important to me, ultimately, number one in my life. But when I think about different relationships with family and friends, I think of all the happy memories that we make together. You know, this year is starting over as like probably the hardest year of my life. I've literally lost three now. Last week it was two. Last Friday my uncle passed away, and it's just been crazy. Three deaths in less than 2 weeks in our family. But you know what? I started thinking, I'm thankful, God, for the relationships that I had with those people. Now, wasn't all peaches and cream? Every family has their little ups and downs, right? Let's be honest, let's be real, and ultimately, let's be transparent. We've had our share of those. But when I think back to my relationship with my uncle, I'm thankful that I can look and say the good days always outweigh the bad days. Hallelujah. I'm here today to tell you that no matter what your relationships are like with other people, no matter where you are in your relationships with other people, make things right, move in peace, move in a way that you see is best for you with those relationships. I'm going forward in 2025, cutting off the relationships that need to be cut off and bonding to the relationships that need to be bonded to. I'm praying for God to send me a best friend because I want one, and also a husband. I'm believing God for some great things this year. Though it started off rough and rocky, it doesn't always have to end that way. So when I think of relationships, I'm having a hopeful heart that the relationships in my life that need to be will be. And those that need to be discontinued, God will remove those as well. Every person that come into your life is not there for a lifetime. Sometimes are only seasonal. So check your relationships and be hopeful. Have a hopeful heart and recognize that God is on your side and God's got your back. So I leave you with this today. From John chapter 13 and verse 34, it says, "A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another, as I have loved you, that ye also love one another." And don't forget to check out my website at www.talkswithshay.org. You can subscribe to my videos on YouTube. Find me on Facebook. Like my page. Share my page. Invite your friends to like my page. And until next week with Talks with Shay, Shay is out. Y'all stay blessed.